Hello Capricorns, this is your 2020 New Year Tarot reading. I already have the cards shuffled. We're going to go ahead and cut them and get started. See what 2020 has in store for you Capricorns. First off, let's start with your 2019 overview. We have the Eight of Pentacles. This is letting us know that many of you Capricorns spent 2019 working very hard towards your career aspirations, towards making money, towards gaining more materialistic things. It was a very big year for you guys where you were mainly focusing on more of your work goals and just dreams of things that you want to do with your life in the regards of being able to make money for yourselves and being able to buy nice things. So overall, that's how 2019 went for you guys. Next, let's look to see what you need to focus on in 2020. The Emperor. In 2020, you guys need to work on discipline and self-control and hard work and just kind of establishing yourselves with the things that you were setting up in 2019. So continue to work hard, but taking on more of the leader role and more of an authoritative role in those things that you had established in 2019 with the Eight of Pentacles. So continuing to work on that and dig a little bit deeper and get more structure to those things that you were working on in 2019. Let's see what your biggest obstacle you are going to face in 2020 is going to be. The Four of Wands. This is letting us know that your biggest obstacle might be maybe you're celebrating too soon. You know, you guys worked very hard in 2019 there, and maybe you are starting to celebrate a little bit too early, thinking that you've reached your peak, but the Emperor is letting us know that you're not quite there yet. You need to continue to work and build on those things. Don't start relaxing yet. Don't start celebrating too early. Don't count your eggs. Don't count your chickens before the eggs have hatched, type of a thing here. Not meaning that you shouldn't celebrate all your hard work, but it's not time to get lazy and too relaxed about it. Continue to work hard. That's going to be an obstacle for some of you. You're going to, start to fall back on all of that hard work, and then you're just going to lose everything that you've created. Next, let's look to see how you can tackle that obstacle. The Ten of Cups is letting you guys know that, you may have to start to disconnect from some things that were not benefiting you in 2019, that were not benefiting your ultimate goal. It's time to start to disconnect from those things, start to realign your values, and really start to work on more relationships that are going to be more beneficial for you and your path and where you are going with all of that groundwork that you've laid in 2019. So you're definitely going to want to start to work on those things in 2020. Start aligning some of those values and relationships more and disconnect from all of those negative things in your life that were not benefiting you in 2019. Next, let's look at how your career or financial outlook is going to look in 2020. All right, so the reverse King of Swords. It's no surprise that we pulled this card, as it seems to be that Most of the previous cards were focusing on the career and financial outlook and letting you know that the obstacle that you need to tackle is more of realigning your values, and the Emperor suggesting that you need to take more authority. The King of Swords is saying essentially pretty much the same thing, that you do have this inner power, but you don't really let it become visible. You're not always the loudest person in the room. You have a lot to contribute, but this is something that you're really going to need to focus on in 2020, is voicing your opinion and letting that inner power and authority come out and being able to share that with others. But also kind of, digging deeper and really making those deep connections to your values once again, kind of making that commitment and just really standing firm to your vision of things, of what you're wanting for all of those things that you've been working on. Next, let's look at your spiritual outlook and spiritual advice for 2020. The Eight of Cups. This is letting you know that in 2020, it may be time to walk away from all those things that are not serving you and are not best for you, all those negative things in your life that are pulling you off of your path. It's time to walk away from those things. It might be some sort of unfulfilling relationship or unfulfilling job or career path. Maybe it's a living arrangement, anything that's not bringing you happiness. Now is the time to kind of let it go. It's time to essentially escape from those problematic emotional situations, some of those things that you were avoiding in 2019. It's time to, just withdraw and abandon those things and let go of all those things that have not been serving you. 2020 is going to be a great time for you guys to do that, and that's going to help you move forward with your spirituality and just living a happier and healthier life overall. Next, let's look at your reading for January through March. So the reversed Ace of Pentacles is letting us know that through January through March, there may be some opportunities that you will end up missing out on. Maybe you feel hesitant about moving forward with this, offer or invitation or whatever opportunity is being presented to you, particularly ones that are geared towards more of the career and financial aspects. It may also indicate that January through March, on some of those things that you were working on in 2019, you may feel yourself kind of second guessing, and doubting yourself whether you have what it takes to kind of see the project through. So that's something that you're going to have to work on through January and March. And just kind of, once again, your overall advice with the Emperor is kind of suggesting that you need to continue to build on those things that you had going in 2019. Continue to build on that groundwork that you laid. So don't let these negative thoughts get in your way of that, although that does seem to be what the focus for January through March is going to be. So now that you know that that is going to be something that may be impeding you moving forward, then that's something that you can continue to focus on. Let's look through for April through June. The Eight of Wands. So this is a really fast-paced moving card here. It's containing a high level of energy that's going to propel you forward to reaching your goals at a much faster pace. So although that January through March, you may have been doubting yourself, that April through June, it's going to be very fast paced for you. All of those struggles that you had before are now going to be cleared out of the way. You're going to have more freedom and space to move forward with your plans once again. So you can expect to be very busy during the months of April through June, especially with all of those things that you had been working on and laying the groundwork on in 2019. Let's look July through September. The Sun card. This is an awesome card. So July through September for you Capricorns is going to be an extremely great few months for you. You're going to have a lot of success through these months. You're going to experience a lot of abundance in things. There's just going to be a lot of positive and radiant energy following you around through these months. You're going to be experiencing a lot of happiness and joy, just a lot of beautiful, warm energy that's going to help you succeed through these months. So July through September is definitely something that you guys can look forward to in 2020. Let's look at October through December. The reversed Two of Wands. This is letting you know that October through December is going to be a time where you need to focus more on inner alignment and more of your personal goals. You're going to want to draw your attention inwards and just really focus on where you are going from here. So you had a lot of success in July through September. October through December, you're going to want to look to see what your next steps are going to be, and having a clear strategy to move you forward through this time period to continue to build upon all of the things that you have been working on up until that point. All right, so let's look to see the overview of the year ahead. How is 2020 going to look for you overall? The Knight of Cups. I think this fits perfectly for your overall theme of everything that we've seen so far in the other cards. The Knight of Cups is very in touch with his intuition and his emotions, and he uses those things to work towards his goals. All of the other cards have suggested using those things to work through those foundations that you laid in 2019 to continue with your goals. The Knight of Cups is also very compassionate and understanding towards others. Once again, we saw that with your relationships. You are going to be a giver, kind of sharing your wealth and paying it forward. The Knight of Cups, embodies that. So overall, it looks like for 2020, it's going to be a great year for you Capricorns of continuing to build on your goals and dreams, and also just kind of paying those things forward and giving back to the community. All right, Capricorns, I hope that you guys enjoyed your 2020 New Year reading. I hope it resonates with you guys. If you liked it, please give the video a thumbs up. Tell me in the comments what things you're going to be working on in 2020, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. See you all next time.